Welcome to the Professional Standards Training Tracker Tool Training Video Series. This is Chapter 4, Adding, Editing, or Deleting Training Records. Adding a training record. The Professional Standards Training Tracker Tool's primary purpose is to allow users to create training records for use in annual reviews. These records can be created by the person who took the training or by his or her manager. In this chapter, we will look at how you would create this training record, update it, and how you can see the impact within the other pages. We will be using an employee or staff level account for this video. For our examples, we will be showing the fictional account of Richard Test Record. Richard is a full-time school employee who has training records in both the current and previous school year. Here on his homepage, you can see that he has already created a training record for the 2018-2019 school year that has 15 minutes or 0.25 hours in length. This is the first line in the recent training table, and we've selected it here on the screen. His screen shows that he needs 9.75 hours more, because it is subtracting that 0.25 hours from his 10-hour full-time employee goal. If you were to look at the training history page, this would be the only record showing up for the 2018-2019 school year. We're going to look more closely at the training record later, but we need to make sure that you are aware of what the home and training history pages were showing before we enter in a new record. To log a training, go to the Training menu and select Enter Training. This page is available to all user accounts who have an EOF login. The Enter Training page is a form that allows you to record many of the details for the training. It will be helpful for you to have any training materials that were handed out or the registration records available, so that you can refer to them if needed. The header section lets you know that required fields will be marked with an asterisk. To enter a training record, you need to select the training title in the training title field. The training titles that we have for you to select from are from the Professional Standard Training Database and those added by our users. So there's a good chance that our list might be missing a newly created training title. If this happens to you, you need to use the Add Training button located below or after the training title field to create a new training title to add to the Professional Standards Training Tracker Tool database. Please see the Creating a New Training Title subchapter at the end of this video for more details on how to create a new training title. For now, let's go ahead and finish the page using an existing title. The training title field will attempt to match what you type to the titles that are already included in the list. It starts the search when you start typing in the training title. For our example, we are trying to record a training session for the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program webinar. So we will start typing in the word fresh in the field. The system found quite a lot of training titles with the word fresh in their title. We need to select one that matches our materials. It is the 12th entry in this list. We can arrow down or use the mouse to select the correct title. Selecting the title will add a full title to the field. It also has included some training details to several fields on the screen. The training titles are represented by combinations between key areas, training topics, and learning objectives. Once you select the training title, it adds a table to the screen where you may select one or more of the combinations shown. These are linked to the training title, and if you change or adjust the training title, this table will refresh and all selections will be lost. We will use the select box that is just above the table to select all the available combinations. Scrolling down, the training provider training hours, training minutes fields were filled in when the training title was selected. If there's a discrepancy in the training hours minutes in our system and how many hours and minutes your trainer provided said the training would fulfill, please add a new training title so that you have the correct time credit for the training you attended. The next field we need to work with is the completion date. This is the date on which the training was completed. This will default to the current date, but can be changed. The school year is a critical value. This will dictate where this is counted for the annual training goal. It is possible to add training records retroactively for a school year. At the bottom of the page, you must select at least one employee. Employee or staff level users will only see their name. However, managers or directors would be able to see multiple names in this table. Once all the required fields for training have been filled out, you may press the Save button at the bottom of the screen. The system will bring up a few confirmations, then it will redirect you to your training history page. The training history page will show you your training records by school year. The main part of the page will show you the course title, completion date, and length of the training for that course. As you can see, the new training that we added now appears on this page for the current school year. This has been an example of entering a new training record. As a reminder, please use the help email at cnpntab@fns.usda.gov for any questions or challenges you have while creating your own profile. Edit a training record. In this section, we will talk about editing an existing record. We are starting on the training history page. You can open the training history page under the training menu. The training history page will show you your training records by school year. The training part of the page will show you the course title, completion date, and the length of training for that course. By clicking on a course title, you will be able to open the training details for this course. The training details page allows you a summary view of the training information. Most of the information displayed is read-only. However, there are some very useful buttons at the bottom of this page. The Edit Training button allows you to make small changes to the training record, such as correcting a training or completion date. The Upload Training Documents button allows you to attach electronic copies of documents or files that relate to the course. The Delete Training button allows you to delete this training if it was entered in error. We will look at the Delete button in another subchapter. We will be looking at editing a training record. The Edit Training page contains the same fields as the Enter Training page. However, many of these are locked against changes. If you need to adjust something that is locked, the suggestion is to delete the training record and then re-enter the correct information. We will not be making any changes to this page, so instead we will use the Cancel button at the bottom of the page to return to the training details. Quite often, for training courses, there are handouts that you might want to be able to review in the future. Once you have an electronic copy of the document, you may use this Upload Document page to attach it. The document title field is a free text field that allows you to create a document name that will be displayed within the Professional Standards Training Tracker tool. The document type drop-down allows you to select a category for this document. The Browse button on the right-hand side allows you to search through your computer's files to find the document you want to attach. you can see the document that was attached show up on this page. This page allows you to either add or delete documents attached to this training. Once we are done uploading documents, we can return to the training details page. Now that we return to the training details, you will also see that the uploaded documents can be viewed on this page as well. This has been an example of editing a new training record. As a reminder, please use the help email at cnpntab@fns.usda.gov for any questions or challenges you might have while creating your own profile. Deleting a training record. In this section, we will discuss the steps and guidelines for deleting a training record. You may only delete a training record where you have 100% ownership. When there is a clear ownership, this training details page will provide a delete button. If there is no clear ownership, this page will hide the delete button. Using this delete button will delete the entire training record as if it never happened, and it will be removed from the training history of every training participant. As such, this should only be done when a change is needed to a field that is grayed out and therefore not editable in the edit view. An example of when this might be appropriate is when the training was logged with a similar but incorrect training title. Since the training title is a value that may not be edited, you would delete and then recreate the training record. As a reminder, a manager or director user will be able to work with the edit button or add and remove training participants for all of their employees. This has been a discussion of deleting a training record. As a reminder, please use the help email at cnpntab@fns.usda.gov for any questions or challenges you might have while creating your own profile. Adding a new training title. In this section, we will look at how to create a new training title. Earlier in this video, we referenced that it is possible that a training class might be missing from the training title drop-down field. In order to add a new training title, you will need to have all the details of the training. Then go to the Enter Training page. Below the training title field is a button that is labeled Add New Training Title. By clicking this button, we open a series of pages that allows us to enter in the details needed to create a new training. On the Enter Training Title Details page, you will need to set the title of the training, length of training, the provider, and the format. The title here will be displayed in our Training Title drop-down field. All fields on this page are required except Format. On the Select Key Areas page, you will need to click as many key areas as are covered by the training. You must select at least one. Each key area is divided into training topics. On the Select Training Topics page, you will need to select at least one training topic for each key area that you indicated on the last page. Each training topic is further subdivided into learning objectives. On the Select Learning Objectives page, you will need to select at least one learning objective for each training topic that you indicated on the last page. The Preview Training Title Details page will provide you a chance to see all the information you have entered for this new training. This page allows you to review data and either go back and edit it, or you can go forward and save the information into the training title database. Once we return to the Enter Training page, we can search for and find the new training title. This has been an example of creating a training title. As a reminder, please use the help email at cnpntab@fns.usda.gov for any questions or challenges you might have while using our website. Thank you for viewing.